So this morning I'm going to show you how I make monkey muffins. My girls woke up and they wanted monkey muffins for breakfast. Okay, these are called monkey muffins because you are supposed to put bananas in them, but I personally do not like bananas in the muffins, so we don't, put them in the muffins. But I will show you how we do it, and I will try to remember to put the recipe down below in the description box. So the first thing that we need half a cup. Okay, and this is something else. It calls for half a cup of butter, but I use half a cup of olive oil instead. And I just put some water in my half cup to make the oil easier to pour out. I will be using my Ninja to blend this up. Okay, so I have my half a cup of olive oil in here. I need 1 cup of sugar. Okay, now I have my oil and my sugar, and I'm just going to blend this up. And it's not going to cream like butter and sugar would, but it'll blend up nicely. And this is kind of loud. Now I'm going to add 2 eggs. And I'm going to blend this up again. Now I'm going to use 2/3 cup of peanut butter. Most of the time I don't measure this out, I just get a really big scoop and just kind of eyeball it. But for the sake of an actual recipe video, trying to do it right for you. Okay, so I have my 2/3 cup of peanut butter in here. Now I need 1/3 cup of milk, and the actual recipe is different than what I am doing now. This is just how I do it. Like, it only calls for, I think, like a tablespoon of milk, but since I'm omitting the bananas, I find that 1/3 cup of milk is just right. So I put my 1/3 cup of milk in there, and then I need a teaspoon of vanilla extract, And I make my vanilla extract with just, I think this is, yeah, with some vodka and then Madagascar bourbon vanilla beans. And let it sit for a couple months. And we'll blend it up again. And this milk that you saw me use, this is raw, fresh cow's milk. We get it from a local Mennonite. Every Tuesday she delivers her milk. And it comes in these glass jars, but they're very awkward to pour into cups, so I just transfer them to a plastic container. Anyhow, so that's what that is, but, you know, it doesn't matter what kind of milk you use. Alright, now I am done using the Ninja. I will put this away. And at this time, I will go ahead and preheat my oven because it preheats pretty quickly on 350. Now I'm going to transfer this into a mixing bowl. Creamy looking. And just take a spatula to try to, you know, help get off the excess batter. Sometimes these Ninjas can be a pain to clean. Sometimes. You know, it's much easier just to clean a bowl than this thing, especially the ones that have the sharp blades, but I find that the monkey muffins do better when they are, you know, whipped with some force, like in the Ninja. Alright, now I have the liquid batter in there, and I'm going to just throw in my dry ingredients. I need 2 cups of flour, and I'll just be using all-purpose flour. Sorry, I had to go to the other counter and get my measuring cup. Okay, so I'll just be using all-purpose flour. That's what I use most often for this. But I have used, and I do use fairly often enough, whole wheat pastry flour, you know, in conjunction with the flour, the white flour. And you don't want to pack the flour, so I use a spoon and just dump it into the measuring cup, and then just rake it off. Okay, so that's 1 cup. Because if you just scoop it in like that, it will pack, and your product, whatever you're making, will come out a little bit more heavy than it should be. Okay. Now I need a teaspoon of baking soda. Okay. Half a teaspoon of salt. Okay. Now I'm just going to take my spoon. You know, and you can put all the dry ingredients in a sifter and sift it in here. But, you know, sometimes I do that for certain recipes, but not for this one. When it was all the powder, you know, the flour up here, I just take my spoon and do that. And for this, that's good enough. But for some things, it wouldn't be. I just mix it all together until it's nice and even. And I could continue to use the Ninja and do this. I mean, it will do it. Okay, so I just realized that my computer quit filming and I wasn't done. Okay, so what I have done since it quit filming, and I didn't realize it, was I added a handful of quick oats, and I added as many chocolate chips as I wanted, which wasn't very many. It may have been half a cup, but they're mini chocolate chips. And I just stirred it until it was all nice and evenly distributed. Okay, so that's all that I've done since it quit filming. And I also said that you could add some nuts if you wanted. Just take the nuts and like grind them up into, you know, almost like a flour maybe, just, you know, really tiny pieces. You could do that. So I have my muffin pans already lined, and I'm getting ready to put the batter into the muffin pans. Okay, so my batter is in the muffin pans, and they are ready to go into the oven. They will cook on 350 for about 15 minutes until they're done, and they'll be, you know, nice and, you know, brown golden. And if you do use the whole wheat flour or the whole wheat pastry flour, around the edges will be kind of a little crunchy, and I like that. But anyhow, so I just thought I'd show you what they look like when they're in the, you know, pans raw. And if you heard that beep, my oven is preheated now. So in they go. So these are what the muffins look like when they are finished cooking. And they just came out of the oven. And I just take them off. Yes, they are hot, but you get used to it. I just take them out and put them on the baker's rack because I don't want the sides or the bottom to continue cooking, you know, and get all possibly burnt. But see what the bottom looks like. So I just wanted to show you what one looks like inside. As you can see, it pulled clean out of the wrapper. These are still kind of soft because they just came out of the oven. So that is what they look like inside. Very nice, moist and tasty.
And very yummy.
And my little one just took it.